I got a new meeting. I'm going to go to participants, invite, email.
Yep.
And we're going to go, how about this? Copy invite link. And I'm going to text that to you. And then can you text that to your, it gives me a passcode. Does that come through?
Yeah, but can you email it to me or no? Or just text it?
Let me see here. Gmail. Zoom.us would like to access files. All right. Oh, here we go. All right. Roman Lambert Fitness at gmail.com. Look at that. Send. All right, that just come through?
I'm checking my email right now.
Hey, give that a peep. Give that a peep.
You sent it to my Gmail?
Yeah, I sent it to Roman Lambert Fitness at gmail.com.
Yeah, I got it.
Beautiful, beautiful.
I'm joining right now.
C'est magnifique. Do you speak French?
I don't.
I think that means fantastic in French.
It's showing an update real quick.
Oh, we gotta do an update. Well, I think it's already recording right now, so the folks at home, they're getting a glimpse at the pre-show production value.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
What? This application can open. What? I meant to do it from my phone. It's not so cold.
Yeah, but do it from your phone.
I mean, wait, it's like literally recording right now?
Well, the Zoom is recording. Like I don't even know if it can pick up what you're saying. It's just picking up on what I don't even know. But no, I texted you the thing. So if you just click that link and then put in the passcode, I think it puts you in here.
Okay, let me see.
Modern technology, huh, man? Let me get all buttoned up for the folks at home.
It's like, no, I don't know why it's not working.
We just click the. Do you have an a MacBook or a?
Yeah, MacBook.
Yeah, so just text yourself the link from your phone because I sent the link to your phone. So if you text the link to yourself and then click the link from your MacBook, you're in.
No, but it's not. It's for some reason my Zoom is like.
Oh, you got Zoom issues.
What's the passcode?
I texted you. It's 519541. It says
519
519541.
Oh, I think we're good.
All right, let's see if it pops you in. Oh, look at that. Frugal investor, huh?
All right, I'm gonna turn off the call, okay?
Wait a minute, can you hear me?
Yeah, I see you.
Look at that, huh? Oh. Oh, look at that. We're recording, man. This is live.
Let's do it.
The folks at home. So it's just for the folks at home. That was a nice little 4-minute introduction to show.
My bad.
Well, dude,
are you on your boat, bro?
Huh?
Are you on your houseboat?
Yeah, I live on a boat, man. It's
I know you told me.
Oh, I did? Oh yeah. Forget what
I'm gonna have to come check it out sometime.
Yeah, dude, come on by the boat, man. We got a freaking boat. You know what boat stands for, right?
You're looking so good.
Oh yeah, man. I'm looking.
No, I'm telling you, you dropped like 30 pounds.
Oh yeah. I thought you were just making a comment about general physical appearance. No, dude, I lost 45 pounds. I don't know if I don't remember the last time we saw each other, but it was when we were playing.
It was about maybe like 3 months ago at this point.
Yeah, dude, that was before I shaved the dome too. Man.
Oh shit!
Hey now, dude. No, I don't know what I think I'm gonna. I think I'm gonna get. I don't know, because when I shaved my head, I was like, oh, I think I just assumed everyone had like a round head, like just a round skull. That is not the case at all. I was taking a video of myself the other day, and I was doing this, and I noticed I do not have a round skull at all. And I was totally anti-hair transplant, I'm not gonna wear a fucking toupee. We're gonna put a wet raccoon on my head. But dude, I don't know, man. I might invest in the friggin' I don't know. I'm kind of undecided right now. I might stick with the bald. I might not. I don't know.
Have you heard of a thing called PRP?
What's PRP?
So it's basically where they, because I have a client who's, he has a company that's called Medical Empire, and basically they teach other doctors how to do certain injections. And PRP is it's very, very expensive. It's like 10 grand or something. But basically they like inject like your own blood into your head, and like it makes the hair grow back, and it's like 100% certainty. It's very expensive, but
Sounds like some voodoo magic to me, man.
and you have to do it like every year too.
I don't know. Yeah. So I'm kind of going back and forth on. I mean, this is low maintenance. I like that. Plus, I tell you what, I like the opportunity because I got the brand. We're branding the word dog, DAWG.
Oh, okay.
So it gives me an excuse to wear a hat all the friggin' time too. But no, man, I've gone through a little bit of a transformation from that point when we were at the basketball court. I went at my peak. Oh, by the way, just for the folks who know, we should probably introduce you, man. This is Roman Lambert, aka Frugal Investor, man. Huh? This guy's a real wise guy, huh? What the heck?
I live up to my reputation. I pinch my pennies. Oh, by the way,
Yeah.
I'm actually renting a van. I'm actually going camping tomorrow in a fully converted van. It's like a 2021 Ram ProMaster 3500.
What are you doing with are you gonna be living out of it, or just temporary, like a weekend trip?
A weekend trip. It's gonna be like I'm leaving tomorrow morning, like around 9-10, coming back Sunday night.
Hell yeah. By the way, just one thing about the channel, we have a general rule on this podcast: no free ads, no free shout outs. Now the general rule is we just say that, so you can talk about Ram and what was your buddy's company. So if you ever do a shout out, you have to say, hey, before I say this, no free shout outs. All right, but then
I got you.
say, yeah, there's no free ads on this show. There's gonna be about 4 people that watch this, by the way, so there's gonna be we're really blowing up, man.
We want to be getting some royalties if we're advertising, right?
Yeah, oh yeah, man. I'm gonna use your likeness. I'm gonna catch a big fat lawsuit when this gets like 7 views in a few years to 4. No, dude. So the name of the podcast, just so you know. By the way, we don't call it a podcast on here either. I want to make that. We're calling it a dawgcast. All right, it's all about Brandon, baby. Dawgcast, and the show's on Zoom. The quality's dog shit, as you can probably tell. And there's no editing. There's nothing that we take out or put in or anything like that. So you want to know the name of the podcast? It's a great name for a podcast. You ready for this?
What is it?
Remember, what's the name of the brand?
Dog.
RAWDAWGGIN with Brady Flanders. How good of a podcast name is that? Huh? It's raw, it's unedited, and it's a funny word. That's a win-win.
I think that I feel like that like fits your personality pretty well. So I love it.
Hell yeah, dude. Well, anyways, let me tell the folks at home about I got one of these professional microphones, man. Look at this. What you do, the secret to this is everyone always says you got to clip it to your shirt. Nah, man, what you got to do, you got to clip it to your beard, man, because it picks up the voice. Do you know anything about audio visual technologies and the sorts?
It picks up the beard vibration, like a guitar, the strings.
I don't know, man. I always see people. They always got, like those Broadway actors and stuff. They always got that little thing next to their ear. So this is like, this is a professional piece of equipment, man. Come on. But let me tell the folks at home all about this guy, huh? Roman Lambert, business owner, savvy, penny pinching, frugal investor. Guy loves his bitcoins. You bullish on Bitcoin?
Bitcoin's pumping, baby. BlackRock just filed for ETF. We're about to get BlackRock, the biggest asset manager with over $10 trillion assets under management.
No free shout outs, though. No free shout outs.
Okay. A big company, $10 trillion. By the way, filed for an ETF, and this company, since we're not doing shout outs, has never been turned down for any ETFs by the SEC. So it's pretty much in the bag that we're about to get a Bitcoin spot ETF, which is going to allow a lot of institutional investors to come in, buy Bitcoin without buying the actual Bitcoin. They have to store the keys and all that crap. You literally just buy the ETF, boom, and you have allocation within the asset.
Folks at home, though, we're not giving any financial advice on this show, though, right? No financial advice.
No, this is my personal opinion.
Yeah.
But hey, I'm very bullish. I'm very bullish on Tesla. Very bullish on crypto.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting pretty heavy in cash as well.
What do you think it goes? Well, don't tell the folks at home that. Tell the folks, where do you keep your cash? Your cash, how do you keep it in a safe, a particular part of your home? Tell the folks, where do you keep all your valuable assets, Roman? Fill them in.
I probably shouldn't be sharing that information, but
don't fall for my antics. Don't share.
All because my cash is earning me a good juicy 5% interest, so not too shabby.
That's pretty juicy. That's juicy. Well, we gotta keep doing an introduction here, man. So this guy, Roman Lambert, he's Jack. Yeah, flex for the folks at home. Flex on him a little bit. Huh? Look at this. Look at this guy. He's freaking Adonis. He's a Greek god. Huh? Personal trainer. Look at him. He's got I got some juicy triceps. You know, I did leg day by the way the other day.
All right.
I'm not joking. I'm immobile today. Like I can't walk. It's like the day of it was okay. But well, you remember that one time we did leg day and
Bro, you were sore for like. We literally. I remember your first leg day with me. No weight. We just did lunges. One set.
No.
We did one set of lunges and he was done.
We did like 50-pound lunges. I had 25s in
No,
the
I did 50-pound lunges. You did no pound lunges.
That's false. That's a false.
You did body weight lunges, okay?
Unsubstantiated information. That's we might pick up a slander case for that. What the heck? No, I remember I started with the weights and I was like, I'm about to die. So then I transitioned to the body weights.
Okay, okay. Yeah. Oh yeah, I think your first said you went a little bit too optimistic.
Yeah.
And then for your second said you did body weight, and I think your legs were just like you told me your legs were like locking up.
No, it was legitimately bad. But I've been filming a ton of content lately for like the social media and all that stuff. And we had a session at the gym the other day with a trainer, and I recorded the whole thing and all that. And you know, the guy goes, my guy Henry, no free shout outs, but shout out Henry. But he goes, and he splices everything up in the back end. But I was like, I gotta go hard if I'm on camera. I got to impress all these, you know, internet strangers, all these internet girls and the such. And I regret that now. That was a mistake. I went a little too hard. And I'm having like legitimate difficulty walking today. That's right. We got to get back to the introduction. This man's Roman Lambert, personal trainer. All right, real money wise, bigs on. You own stocks and equity and cryptocurrency. Huh? So this guy's real money wise. And the guy. Let's talk Chipotle for a second. You're a big fan of Chipotle, huh? Walk the fans at home, the folks at home. They're demanding answers. What's your typical Chipotle order? What's your philosophy?
Okay,
you got to talk into the mic too. It's very important. You got to talk.
Yeah. Okay, so we have two different options. We have a low calorie option, like a high protein, low calorie option, and then we have like a cheat day option. So I think like I'm gonna explain both, just so you can have two different options for different occasions. Now, if we go with the low calorie, high protein, we're going with 1 scoop of rice. You can pick brown or white. We're going with either black or pinto beans. Same amount of calories. Doesn't really matter. Okay. Then we're going with the meat. I usually go with either steak or chicken. Again, similar amount of calories. And then after that, we're just going with the fajita vegetables, the salsa, the corn, and that's it. So the whole entire bowl is going to be around 500 calories, and it really fills you up, right? It's really, really good. And then you ask for a water cup, and then you actually fill up Coke Zero.
We didn't say that out loud though. That's an illegal act. I would never condone that. I've done it every single.
Listen, that's the tip.
I go diet.
Now, if you're looking for a bang for your buck, because what I just said is low calories, but if you're looking bang for your buck, this is what you do. So if you get a bowl, you ask for the tortilla, which is like a ginormous tortilla. Just the tortilla alone is 400 calories. Okay. Then you ask to put the tortilla in a bowl, and then you say, "Can I have rice?" And then you say, "Actually, can I have a little bit more rice?" They'll give you like another scoop on top of that. Then you say beans, whichever beans. Then you say, "Can I have a little bit more beans?" They'll put another scoop on top of that. So now you're getting a burrito, you're getting double beans, double rice, again, all for the same price. And then you're asking for meat, and then you say, "I'm a grown boy. Can I have just a little bit more?"
Who taught you that line, by the way? That was this guy.
So you got a little bit more meat. So now you got extra meat, extra rice, extra beans, a tortilla. So you can pretty much get 2 meals for the same price.
Here's the thing. I'm about to blow everyone away because that's a good philosophy. I like that. You got a good philosophy on the Chipotle. I got a simple formula I discovered, and by discovered I mean stole. And it's the greatest Chipotle bowl ever. And what do they call it when you put the tortilla in is that a lifestyle bowl they call that? Or I keep seeing that. I saw that on their website. I don't know if they got a bowl and then a lifestyle bowl. I don't know what that means.
Yeah, I can't.
I know. I also know. But question for you though here. I noticed you're bean neutral. You go black or pinto. You don't. That's a pretty political choice. You're going right down the middle of the aisle. You don't have a preference.
Yeah, I feel like both of them serve their purpose. Just like brown or white rice. I feel like that's very divergent too. Some people swear on white rice, some people swear on brown rice. In the propaganda of the media, brown rice is marketed as healthier, but actually white rice is actually healthier for you.
Here's the thing. I heard every single word you just said. I I just refuse to believe it. I just feel like the word brown, it denotes that it's a healthier, because I think multigrain. I think like brown, like fiber.
Exactly.
I'm a sucker. I'm falling for it. Now they could come out with scientific studies that show me white's better than
You're
brown.
brainwashed, man.
No way. I'm brainwashed by the media. The big rice is out here trying to propaganda us, and I'm not falling for it.
Just like breakfast is the most important meal of the day, that's a pure propaganda.
It's a bunch of. I'm a big fan of egg whites. Okay, here's the Chipotle bowl of the century. You ready for this? You walk in, and I do you know? I noticed you didn't. Do you get the greens on your Chipotle bowl?
The lettuce?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Sometimes I don't, because it actually makes the bowl and not as hot. It actually makes the bowl cold.
I'm gonna blow you away. All right, and I've got this down to literally a science at this point. What you do is you go and you get the bowl, like always, right? To the far left, they've got those containers full of greens. I got spit. You ask them in the beginning, can you put greens on the bottom for me? So guess what? Now we've built a foundation at the end. Because what's the worst part of eating a Chipotle bowl? You take off the top and you got to eat a friggin' salad before you get to all the good stuff, right? And it falls apart. It's messy. You put the greens on the bottom. I go 50-50, white and brown. Most people don't even know that was a thing. And the reason why I do that, it's more of like a societal thing. I like to combine the white and the brown. I like to be inclusive when I'm at Chipotle, but I go, you got in this day and age, I don't want to get canceled over Chipotle, so I go white and brown 50-50. And in my mind, I'm like, all right, well, the media is telling me brown's healthier, but everyone's saying white's healthier. Can't go wrong with both, right? Can't go wrong with both.
That's true. You're not gonna offend anybody if you have both.
No, exactly. And that's what this show's all about. We're all about being inclusive, So I always go double black beans. I always go regular chicken because the website says chicken al pastor has less protein than regular chicken. Makes no sense. But I'm just going off their propaganda.
But it tastes better though.
It does taste a lot.
Listen, I went to Mexico. I went to Tulum, and I had al pastor tacos. I will never go back to.
You know what it is though? It also costs an extra like 40 cents. So I didn't know that. My bulk at the end cost $9.47. With chicken al pastor, it's a little over $10.
Look, I think with the monetization of this podcast, I think that you'll be buying all the Chipotle bowls.
All right, but then here's the secret. So you get that on, you give her the growing boy comment. Oh, I need my protein today. I worked out, I need my protein. Then she gives you a little smirk, gives you a little quarter scoop.
You know what pisses me off?
What's that?
Okay, this is gonna be very controversial, but
all right,
I gotta say something that's on my mind.
All right, hit him with it. This is a free speech platform. We're all about.
I appreciate it. Okay,
yes.
That's what pisses me off, right?
Say it to the mic though. Say it to the mic.
Whenever I say, can I have a little bit more chicken? And they like barely give me any chicken. I'm like, listen, whether you give me extra chicken or not, you're gonna get paid the same.
Yeah.
So why do you care? Like, you're gonna get paid your $12 an hour, whether you give me more chicken or less chicken. So like, give me more chicken. So then I'm actually gonna come back more, and I actually might tip you if you give me more chicken. Versus, it pisses me off people who work like those hourly jobs, and they think they have power when they don't.
Damn. They
think they have chicken power when they're gonna get paid. When they go home and they get that check next Friday, it's gonna be exactly the same.
You know what? Let's be real though. You're not. They can give you a bucket of chicken. You're not tipping that employee. You're not.
Okay, that's fair. But yeah, it's a thought that counts.
Yeah, it's a. Anyway, here we go. So we got the chicken al pastor. If I'm feeling frisky, I'll go al pastor. But normally I'm going regular chicken. It doesn't taste as good, but it's so good. And I'm gonna. The website says, if you don't believe me, all these Chipotle truthers out here, you go to the Chipotle website. It's no joke. Chicken has a higher. It's like 32 grams versus 23 grams. It makes no sense. A serving of chicken al. It makes. I'm all for it though. Anyway, so after that, we pass it along. She gives me a little extra chicken, right? I gotta say this into the mic. I always go full scoop of the mild and then 2 half scoops of the medium and hot. I want all diversification of the flavors. You get the pico, but then you also get the green. I don't know what that's comprised of, but it's green, so it has to taste a little different. Then you get a little bit of the hot. I will say this: you go full scoop of hot with chicken al pastor, it's too hot. It's all
the hot is too hot.
It's too much. It's just too much heat. And then after that, we always go cheese, sour cream, and never guac. I could be a quadrillionaire. I'm never putting guacamole on my Chipotle, or queso. Not falling for that Ponzi scheme.
Overpriced.
But here's the thing: you get at the very end. Where's all the good parts of the Chipotle? It's at the very, very, very end. But what's the very last thing most people do? The lettuce. Guess what? I took care of that in the beginning. So now when they're building that mountain for me, it's all the good stuff: the cheese and the sour cream. Sour cream's got protein in it, Roman. You got to admit that. Don't tell me you're a sour cream truther now.
I just had a thought.
All right.
I think what they should do at Chipotle is to upsell you the more expensive stuff, the extra stuff first. Because by the end of the bowl, like your bowl's already full, so they're like, "Do you want?"
Yeah.
Exactly. Versus, I feel like if they ask you if you want guac or queso or
You know why they can't though? It's because at the tail end, those are all the cold ingredients. On the beginning, they have to warm it's two separate systems.
that
You
makes
know,
sense.
I tweeted this is a shout out, no free shout out. We're doing a lot. Wow, this is a bad Chipotle advertisement. I just realized they need to pay us.
You get Elon Musk a shout out for Twitter.
Yeah, we need a friggin' check from Chipotle, otherwise we're not releasing this episode. All right,
I agree.
for the.
Give me at least one free Chipotle bowl and I'm set.
Well, here's what I'll say. You and I can both guarantee we'll both watch this. So that's 2 views right there, right? That's
I'll watch it from my laptop, from my phone. I have like 4 different YouTube accounts, so we'll get like at least 10 views.
I bet you will. After this, let's pitch. I think we can get it to 10. We can get it to 10. And the folks at home, they got to like and subscribe too. That's very important. But hey, Chipotle, I came up with a great Chipotle idea. You ready for this? What's the most frustrating part of Chipotle? What would you say in your opinion? Because I got an idea. When you think of Chipotle, what's the most frustrating? What do you think? What's a problem we could solve?
First thing that comes to mind is the line.
The line. That's exactly what I was thinking. A membership program. You pay a certain amount of money every single month. They give you a little gold card. You feel fancy, and you get to skip that motherfucking line and get past all the peasants. I would pay up to $100 a month. If you're going daily, I think it'd be worth it. Because if you go to Chipotle at 5, 6 o'clock, when everyone gets out of work, it's impossible. It's physically impossible to get a bowl.
And if you think about it, the cost of acquisition is zero.
Exactly. It's free money for Chipotle.
Right? It's free money because they don't have to do anything. You just get to skip the line. You're paying for a service, but they don't have to. But the cost of fulfillment is zero for them.
It's a bunch of bull hooey, is what I'm saying. I think, the whole point is here.
Think about like the fast lane at a roller coaster place, right?
Exactly. There's no cost,
but the cost of fulfillment is zero.
By the way, get a load of this. I met a guy on the Dolphins fan cruise. He's from Texas. I bought. He makes jerky at home. No free shout outs, but shout out this guy. His name's Robert. He makes good jerky. I bought 20. I got a 20. You want to see that? I got a 20-pound box of jerky. He mailed me from Texas. And I eat a little bit of jerky every day. Talk about protein, huh? Well, anyway, let's get back to the introductions. This man owns a business, personal training, right? Tell the folks at home a little bit about, because we've covered Chipotle. That's an important part of everything. So, how many clients you got? What's your day-to-day look like in the physical training world?
Yeah. So physical training, I probably do about 6 to 8 appointments a day, and then I have 2 online clients.
Okay. So that's how many days a week you work? 7, 6, 5
days.
6 days. So that's what you got. What, 50 plus clients? Yes.
I do about 50-ish appointments.
That's all. Because you have some people that probably pay you twice a week.
I have one client that should be 6 days a week. So
holy hell! Where they live? What's their full legal name and place of residence? Roman, why don't you share that with the folks at home, huh? Don't fall for that. See, you almost fell for it. You can't fall for my antics on this.
I wasn't gonna fall for that.
No. You should be smarter than that, folks. She's a big brain. But anyway, so how'd you get into personal training? And what are some of the share a story. Let's talk personal training, huh?
Yeah. Okay. So basically, I think personal training came about out of my interest for fitness.
Okay.
When I started playing basketball around age 15 or 16. I think that I correlate like your physical health a lot of with life in general, because I think it's like with your body is a physical representation of your effort, right? So like when somebody looks at a fit person, like they don't have to ask, do you work out, right? You can tell if someone's disciplined. You have to ask them, are you disciplined, right? They are, clearly you can see it. Versus I think like in the game of life, it's like in school, for example, right? You can cheat on a test and you can still get the grade and pass the test, right? But in the game of life, it's like, you could say financially, money is a metric of success, right? One of them, not all of them, but there's fulfillment, health, all of that. But money is one of the metrics. And so you can see about how much money someone has based on what they're willing to sacrifice. And like they're essentially like, I correlate your body and life similar because it takes delayed gratification. It takes being disciplined, being focused, giving up a lot of things. So I think it's translated to my financial journey. But I think that fitness is, and if you think about it, everybody who's been unfit that's a billionaire becomes fit. So like think of Jeff Bezos, right? After he built Amazon, he became fit. Even Mark Zuckerberg now, I actually read an article today that he's doing like combat training every day now, and I heard a rumor that he's gonna box Elon
Elon Musk,
Musk.
I think, right?
Yeah,
It,
yeah. And so Elon Musk has gotten shit. So if you think about it, health is the foundation of wealth, right? So imagine like somebody who's worth $100 billion, but they're fat and they can't move. You're not wealthy because you can't even do anything about it. So I
Yep.
think at the pillar of wealth, I think health is number one. Obviously, money is number two, but I think like your physical body is the most important thing because
I
you can
would
make.
argue relationships come after health and then money. Because think about it,
Yeah,
every single dollar you've ever made in your entire
it's from
life
somebody else.
came from a relationship.
Yeah.
I love that though, because I was thinking about it, man. We're on this boat. I was thinking about this the other day. Like I could have the best car in the world, biggest boat in the world, huge bank account, all these external things that we kind of attribute to success. But all you have to do is look at the guy, and that'll give you your answer on a lot of things, And I think it's a you can have like a trophy wife and a trophy car and all this stuff, but at the end of the day, it's like you can't buy yourself a fit body. It takes work, it takes discipline, it takes strength, it takes commitment, and it has nothing to do with the amount of money in your bank account. You know what I mean? So I think I like that. It's cool. So how long you been doing it for?
So my birthday is actually next Saturday. I'm gonna be turning 27. But so I've been working out actually for over a decade now. That's crazy. I started when I was 15, so 12 years.
You never exercised before 17 years old? You're just
Well,
set.
I did like playing sports, but I'm talking about lifting weights.
That's a joke. That was a joke for the folks.
Oh,
You fell for it. You fell for that one, man. I can't believe you fell
I
for
did,
it.
I did, I did.
How embarrassing. But you're gonna get embarrassed in front of 4 people who are gonna watch this, dude. That's dude. We gotta end the podcast. You can't believe you just fell for that. No, that's cool though, man. So, I don't know. I mean, what would you say? Because I mean, people stay in businesses for, people can go from job to job to business to business. You've been doing this for a decade. I mean, what's kept you in it? What's kept you in this business for so long? And what do you see for yourself in your business down the road?
Yeah, I think
Let's
I
keep
think
going.
that yeah. I think that's a good question. I think what's kept me in the business, I think I do get a lot of fulfillment from training clients and seeing them transform, seeing them make progress, feeling like I guess I get fulfillment from helping other people, and you can help people in many different ways, right? Like help is just providing a form of value, and I think that for me, I think exercising just comes naturally because I've been doing it for so long, and so that's kind of like I've never like have a day where I just wake up and I don't want to work. I really do love what I'm doing. I think that this chapter of my life is probably going to come to an end. I would say within the next 1 to 3 years.
Oh man.
And not because I don't love it. It's more because like I'm a person that's like want to try new things.
Mm-hmm.
So just like we talked about, I told you about me like wanting to do van life and travel and experience new things. I think that will force me to think bigger than just personal training. I think that traveling, seeing the world, talking to different people, and also like because my ideal goal is to have a business to where it's purely online. To where whether I'm in Italy, whether I'm in Africa, whether I'm in Colombia, I'm able to do I'm able to make money.
Going to Cartagena, Medellin in Colombia.
And I think that being stuck in personal training like kind of like limits me that because like it's so easy because I make pretty good money. Like I make like my best month was like 17 grand in 1 month.
Oh, you shouldn't. IRS agents were watching this now, dude. You shouldn't have
Yeah,
said
you're
that
right.
aloud, man. Oh, we'll edit that out. We're not gonna edit that. It's raw dogging, baby. We're raw, So I know I like that, dude. Well, great minds think alike, and you and me, we got big brains. They call me Big Brain Brady for a reason. I call me that, but no one
Triple
else.
B.
Yeah, triple B, BB, Better Business Bureau, Big Brain Brady, a lot of B's. But no, I was thinking about because I own the swimming pool business, and we're growing, we're having fun doing it. It's a new industry, and I'm learning stuff. But at the end of the day, it's a very specific. It's a niche or whatever the word. It's an in-person home service based business in a very specific part of the country. You know what I mean? If you're selling like a software, you can sell to folks literally across the globe or whatever, right? So I think at some point I'm going to move on from the pool business, but I tell you what, man, I'm having a lot of fun doing it, So I think we're on kind of similar paths there where it's like we found something that we enjoy, but I think a time will come where we want a bigger piece of a bigger pie.
Yeah, and I think somebody who's expansive in nature by default, like I think every step in entrepreneurs like life is like it's a stepping stone, and so like I think that you have to you have to treasure and like be aware of like the moment that you're in before you can move on to the next level.
I like that. We're talking about pie. What's your tell the folks at home. I know we're trying. We don't want to split people down the middle here. But like, what's your favorite flavor of pie? Now I know you're not a big pie eater though, because
I'm a big
you
pie
can't.
eater.
What do you like, cake or pie? What's the you got again?
Oh, definitely
You
cake.
got to say this in
Ice cream. Ice cream. That's an option, but
Oh, tell the folks. Tell them about the Halo Top. No free shout outs. No free shout outs. But tell the folks about Halo Top and the hack you've discovered.
wait, which hack is that?
Oh, you said you eat like a pint of ice cream like every night.
Okay, yeah.
Did I just give Halo a free shout out on accident?
I actually eat a different brand now, but yeah.
Damn. All right. Well, we're gonna rescind that. Viewers didn't hear it, but tell the folks home about the neutral brand you eat. Don't say their name.
Yeah. So basically, like a lot of people think that they can't have sweets, whether it's ice cream, cookies, whatever it is, even like savory foods like pizza, if they're losing weight. But the thing is that there's a modification for everything. Anything that you want, you can have within the moderation. So for me, for example, there's a certain low calorie brand of ice cream that I love. The whole entire pint only has 300 calories. So 300 calories, and let's say I eat 2,000 calories a day. That's only like what 15% of my caloric intake for the day. So yeah. I can easily fit a whole entire pint every single day, and it has 20 grams of protein. So I eat ice cream every single day, and I love it. And I'm still staying lean.
Now tell the folks at home, because maybe that's a little hack. We're gonna give one company. This is the first time in podcast history, by the way. We're gonna give them a free shot. What's the brand of ice cream that you're referring to?
So it's Target's brand called Favorite Day.
That's not even a brand. It's just a generic brand. That's not even. That's just like great value ice cream. I thought you were gonna be like, oh, why? I know what. You know what the worst part is? I know you buy that because it's the cheaper brand too.
It
is. Fantastic. All right, that's good.
But it's really good though.
I know
it's actually better than Halo Top. I promise you.
I just don't believe. I had Halo Top the other day. It was phenomenal. No free.
Russian, go to Target and get it, and then get the cold brew mocha, and you'll thank me later.
Come on, man. You and I. This is a staunch conservative Republican show. We like to be inclusive here, so we don't want to go down the aisle. But we don't support Target on this show. I mean, why are we giving free shout outs to Target? Huh?
Listen, I'm a lover of all people, whether you're straight, gay, black.
Well, that's why I've always said this is the most liberal show on the internet, and that's why we support Target in all their endeavors. We don't want to exclude either side of the aisle.
Definitely not investing into Target stock, but I can still buy from Targets.
That's a sinking submarine. Not to speak ill of the dead.
I think you spoke a little too soon.
Can we just talk about that? How terrifying that would be, real quick.
Oh my God.
Like, dude, can you imagine being thousands and thousands of feet under the water?
13,000 feet. By the way, I think the story that they're making up on the news is BS. They're talking about how it was an explosion. I think they just don't want to come out and say they died a very slow and painful death. I think that just sounds bad for media. And that sounds bad for the viewer. So it's easier to say that it exploded. They died within like 1 second. Boom, it's gone.
Well,
but
no. On Raw Dog, it's not even a second, dude. It's like a it's like a nanosecond. I mean, it would be the most pain. I mean, don't get me wrong.
The amount of pressure that's down there. So keep in mind, I've gone diving into like a spring. You go down like 30 feet, your brain starts hurting. So this is how much pressure it has. Imagine a full weighted car on 1 square inch. That's the amount of pressure. Like imagine a car on 1 square inch.
Yeah, someone told me it was 40 million Pedro Pascals.
It's some like number you literally can't even fathom in your brain.
Leave that to Americans to just we're talking about, how much does it weigh? It's a car on an inch, and it's 40 million humans. We just refuse to use like kilograms, and like we'll literally do anything to not use regular.
We'll use some space terms like created by aliens before we say kilograms.
No, dude. Yeah. Well, I think that's a big media is out here. They're distracting us with this alien gobbledygook, if you say so myself. They're trying to distract us from the real show. And this show is always at the core of Raw Doggin with Brady Flanders. We are an investigative journalism show. We're breaking news left and right. And we got to get back to your introduction, man. We got to introduce you to the folks at home here.
I do got to go pretty soon.
We got 9 minutes left until how much time you got here? You got to bounce. And can you give me can you give the phone? They're raving 5 minutes. All right, we got to finish our introduction here. We're starting the podcast.
I got to work out and I got a client after that.
Fair enough. All right, so let's talk ping pong real quick. Why am I the basketball champion? And why am I the ping? Now, if memory serves correct, and you don't have to respond to this. I've beaten you in ping pong every single time we've played. Thoughts? And you don't have to respond, by the way.
I can't compete with you.
Pretty
Just
good.
like I'm the dart champion.
No, I'm the dart champion. So just for the folks at home, that was what we call a little practical joke. Roman is like the freakish. He's the most insane ping pong player I've ever seen in my entire life. I've watched him take down countries, take down armies of men.
Do you know the story that I think you should tell?
What's that?
Our story that we went to the spring with my cat.
Yeah, remember? Hey, let's just ask the folks at home real quick. Let's say you're going on like a little weekend getaway, a little weekend trip. We're going to a fun spot in Florida. No free shout outs, but we went to Ginny Springs, right? And it's a free for all place where, frankly, not a whole lot of rules. Someone also died the night that we were there.
That day, right? Or the night before?
Oh, you didn't? I did not tell you that. Yeah, someone died. A kid died. I mean, we don't want to speak ill of the dead. I mean, it actually sucks. But yeah, they pulled out some kid at like 3 a.m. out of the. And then they were doing like CPR. The whole tone of the show has just gone downhill. Shouldn't have brought that up, but I'll bring it back. All right. Cause the kid, they were like performing like CPR on him, but he was long gone. But what blew me away, I take it back. This is getting a lot worse. Because the next morning, because no one even talked about it. There was no announcement. There was no like, hey, sorry guys. The next morning, like where the kid passed away, like people were just walking over the spot the next morning, literally had no idea what had happened. So, we like to.
Are you still doing van life?
No, dude, I live on a boat.
You just have your van?
Oh yeah, I still got the van. Yeah. So it's parked right now, though. Yeah, you only get a. So just real quick, we've got to go ahead and bring the energy back up because I just realized I talked about a deceased child.
I agree.
Anyways, no. So imagine, folks, you're going on a weekend getaway with a buddy, and you're going to a place where there's not a whole lot of rules. Some scantily clad women, we'll call them, right? Allegedly. But just an insane place to be, an insane place, swimming and walking and hiking and all this stuff, networking and just insane stuff. And then Roman goes, "Hey, bro, is it okay if we bring my cat?" And my fully special needs brain goes, "Oh yeah, for sure, dude, bring your cat." And tell the folks at home, how'd that go? Was that a great idea or what?
Well, two things. I didn't realize that his car doesn't have AC or very weak AC.
From 1989. So
yeah, so like this cat, I literally thought was gonna he was like panting the whole time, and the water spilled everywhere, the food spilled everywhere. It was
I'm well aware of that. Yeah, I remember.
And then it was so hot.
Yeah, there's still kitty litter, literally in the inside of my van from that day.
And it was so hot that I actually had to buy my cat a hotel room for the night.
Yeah, remember we booked a hotel room, and then you got the hotel room for the cat, and then I had to sleep in a strange man's tent. And I don't for legal purposes, I don't think I can talk about a whole lot of events from that night. That was anyways, as we're wrapping up the podcast, folks, we got to finish up Roman's introduction here. Shout out Ginny Springs. Give the folks at home, we got to add some value. I just realized I'll try to clip some stuff. I think the personal training stuff, the physical, there's some knowledge we dropped there. We can't really do a ton in 30 minutes, obviously, but give the folks at home, just so we can add a little bit of value to the lives of others. Because this page is all about inspiration, motivation, aspiration, education, and perspiration, baby. All the shuns. Impart on the folks at home a piece of knowledge, a motivational something. Get them juiced up as we wrap this up.
All right. So here's my best piece of advice.
All right.
I think you have to sit down and figure out what you want for your life. And I know that saying sounds very cliche, very cheesy, but I think most of us live with the opinions of others, and I think that's where a lot of mental health and depression comes in. I think that figuring out who you are, what you want, and if your life looks very, very different from what society's life or your friends' life looks like, you can just easily change friends or change environments. And I think that, for example, I can only speak about my life, but for me, I really, what gives me peace of mind is having a big gap between my income and my expenses, right? This delta between my income and expenses, that is what gives me peace. It's what makes me happy. It's what makes me sleep at night. It's what I feel good knowing that I have a ginormous gap between my income and my expenses, and I invest the difference. And on a long enough time frame, building that wealth and see that number go up makes me happy. But for some people, it doesn't, and that's also okay. And so I think that if you're more of a live in a moment type of person, you spend all your money, and that makes you happy, that's also okay, right? And so I think the biggest piece of advice that I can give is that I think that we all have instincts, we all have intuition, we all have some level of self-awareness, right? Some people are less than more than others, but I think figuring out like, who am I? What is the most important to me? What do I value? And am I living based on what I want or what other people want? Because I'm telling you, like, you will never be happy when you live life based on other people. And the most existential thought is that I'm not really religious anymore, but here's my thing, is that you're going to die. Everyone you know are going to die. And 100 billion years from now, none of it's going to matter anyway. So do you really care about not starting a business? Because if you fail, your family's going to think that you're a failure, or they were right, that you shouldn't start that, right? And I think it happens all the time. I think especially for more family dynamics where it's more of like a collectivism, like versus like America's a very individualized country, right? It's all about meritocracy, it's all about success, it's all about free market. But I think it's in a lot of cultures, like South American cultures and a lot of cultures, it's like nobody wants you to leave your nest because they want you to be a part of the group. And so as soon as you try to do something that's on
It's a little different. Yeah.
just a little different, right? There's like, oh, what if you don't succeed? You're gonna be an outcast. And they give you all these judgments and blame for you wanting to be different. And so then you never take the action. And then guess what? When you're 80 years old, 90 years old, and you're laying on that deathbed and they're all far gone, you're gonna have much more regrets of not trying than trying. Because the thing is, like, you have to let the opinion of other people die. You have to let other people's opinion die of you if you want to live your dreams.
100%, 100%, dude. I tell you what, for a podcast called Raw Dog, and that's pretty insightful, man. That's pretty good stuff. And also, keep in mind, Zoom's going to kick us off in a minute and 37 seconds. We went a little over time too. So what does that say about me as an interviewer? I'd say I did a pretty good job. You know, if I think
I'll say you're the best interviewer I've had.
Well, how many interviewers have you had? How many podcasts you been on? Is this number one or number like 100?
Definitely not 100. I've done like a couple of interviews. Not like I've only like one podcast, other podcasts, but I've done like interviews and I've been like in newspaper and stuff like that.
I tell you what, the last episode we did was with my buddy Brian Hudson, and I asked him, "Hey, Brian, can you introduce yourself to the folks at home?" And I had to ask that question 7 times because he was like, "Well, I didn't know you were going to ask me. I thought you were going to prepare me with questions." And that was the worst interview we've ever done. Guess what, bud? You have the best interview we've ever done. So it's a pretty the bar. You'll take it. You'll take it. You'll take it.
I'll take it.
All right, and just last question as it's about to kick us off here, for the folks at home. What's your social security number? Just for the folks at home.
It's gonna be 238-954 6969.
Damn, I got goofed on that. Oh, but before we actually wrap up, where can the folks find you if you want them to find you? If maybe they need personal training, give us a quick shout. We got less than a minute.
Roman Lambert Fitness, YouTube, Roman Lambert, or you can email me romanlambertfitness@gmail.com.
We should have been talking about content the whole time. We could have been talking about promoting the page and all your business and all that stuff. I mean, you live and you learn, though, you know.
Listen, I want to provide as much value as I can to your audience.
All right. Well, all 3 of us. So I think it's going to kick us off here in